So I now call Sarah Brown from Broxtowe to speak 4 lines 23 to 32.
Good morning, Conference. I want to speak particularly about the part of the motion that deals with online safety. Confession, I used to be a Labour Party member and I was the secretary of my constituency group for a while. And while I was secretary of that group, I was the victim of cyber stalking. And the starting point of this, I sent out an agenda for a meeting. From this point, somebody contacted me, they added me on Twitter, they sent me lots of emails, countless friend requests on Facebook, and sent me message after message after message. Some seemed innocent, others called me a tease and a flirt, and accused me of starting it. When I didn't reply to his tweets, I'd get messages asking me why. Let me repeat, all I did was send him an agenda, not exactly the finest example of being flirtatious. Not all things that hurt you leave a physical scar, and Conference, not all stalkers are in a bush outside your house with a pair of binoculars. I've lost my place now. This person was stalking me. Every time I went online, he was there. Every time there was something from him. And I was standing for election at the time, and it could have quite easily escalated. All this person had to do was Google me, and they'd know where I live, and they could have been outside my house with a pair of binoculars. Conference, stalking is illegal, and I urge you that if you're a victim of this, you should report it. GetSafeOnline.org offers some practical advice on cyber stalking. Some of it suggests only leaving limited information about yourself online. But, Conference, I'm a counsellor. I want people to get in touch with me about their problems, about what they're dealing with in their day-to-day lives. The site also recommends collecting information of incidents and reporting it to the police and using the report functions on social media sites. There are risks to having an online presence, but it's about taking sensible steps to protect yourself. Social media gives us new and easy ways of contacting practically anybody. But there are risks. Do we all know exactly who our Twitter followers are? Have you ever had a friend request from someone you don't really know? Conference, I'm not asking you to stop tweeting or stop using online forums, but to be careful and remember that what you post online is publicly available to anybody. And don't post anything you wouldn't want your mum to read. My mum does read my tweets. Thanks, Mum. And she does ask me questions about them. She goes, so who was this guy you were chatting up in the bar last night? Who's this tomfooled man you keep on talking to? And what does YOLO mean? It helps me stay sensible to know that she's there watching me. Advice on staying online suggests adopting a common sense approach and to remind us that sometimes new employers will check your social media before taking you on to interview you. I support the motion and I say that prevention is better than cure. We should be educating our children in ways to stay online, but also about domestic sexual abuse and gender inequality. We should give them the tools to help them stay safe online. Conference, many cases of sexual and domestic abuse go unreported, and I urge you, if you do become a victim, do please report it. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, Conference. That was Sarah and indeed Michael's first speech at the Federal Conference. Can I